It's not a kill that's going to win you the round, right? But if you're just going to move him around the map with the AWP and say, you know what, let's find 2 kills. Let's just keep the economy limited. At the moment, that's the priority. Grab 1 more frag, allow him to bait this Tech 9 on Magix, allow him to bait this P250 on Patsy, find a few kills and force the rebuys from Heroic. But it's going to get exponentially more difficult from here. 33 seconds left the clock as they shift in.
2 people walking in front of that sniper, just trying to clear the way however they can. 1 more kill would be a little bit annoying. If they get 2 more kills in this round, though, on the Spirit side, that's going to have a really serious impact on the Heroic economy. So we'll see how it goes. 15 seconds, no gun barrel visible up there. And slowly this round just petering out. Wonderful. Got to be careful. He's kind of close to the bomb site, and they're not even going to get the entry here. So now he's been exposed. Time is running down. He gets 1 more, but a good nade into the corner. They don't have any. If he dies now, that's a little bit of a disaster. He's going to get 1 more. Triple on Wonderful, and he saves the AWP. I can't believe that worked.
No, that's actually a brilliant round from Wonderful. 3 kills and saves the AWP in a tough situation, so taking a lot of money away from Heroic. Well done from Wonderful. 3-5. Spirit trying to recover in this game, and this was never going to go well. Perfect positioning from Tesses and Cadian to set up a crossfire to protect each other. In round number 9, a lot of emphasis. A lot of these rounds have been dictated at the A ramp.
Yeah, classic Vertigo situation, and oh, it's Wonderful to start with. That saved AWP. It comes back to haunt Tesses. 4 and 5 at the beginning of the round. Chicken Man's back.
That is a scary chicken. Siren. Ooh, a lot of damage done to Yabby. Not able to complete the kill. Cadian steps up and he even takes some damage as well. I don't even think he saw Siren. And there's the shift from Team Spirit up the ladder to try and punish that kind of positioning, but everyone's fallen away. Huge advantage in this round for Spirit in terms of 1 extra man up. And a lot of damage done to Yabby, who's going to be the sole B defender with 5 HP.
How do you even do that? They have nades. This is a position that's commonly double naded, or even just Molotov. And in the middle, Chopper nearly taken down Stown. This round looks almost over for Heroic. I don't know how they get back in this one. Yabby still just with 5 health, but he's already got the double. Looking for a bit more. If he had more bullets, he might have had that one. Oh my God, I can't believe he managed to get that done. 30 seconds, and this is still a very winnable round on the side of Spirit. Looks like they're going to try and run boost Wonderful into the bomb site and into his death as well. Steln and Cadian, the defense, it's working. They're locking it down. 19 seconds on the clock, and Chopper now. He doesn't have the bomb. It's lost far away. He walks into it. Cadian takes him down, and that is a round that Spirit want back.
That is an incredible recovery from Heroic. Give all the credit to Yabby, the newest addition to Heroic. They've wanted this addition to power up just for this moment. And look at what he delivers you with 5 health. He doesn't have any HP for heads-up fights. He plays it sneaky around the smoke, sneaky with timings. And they just whittle down this attack until Cadian can get involved in the action. 6-3. And a 3rd timeout called from Spirit. This game is not going at all the way they planned.
No, it really isn't, especially because they stole that pistol round the way that probably was in their minds. The huge boost they needed to come up to a great start, but Heroic, they look fired up right now. 6-3. And everything seems to be working. The start of that round was so terrible. It really looked like Heroic were just going to get wiped out. 1 nade anywhere near Jabby, and they open up the B bomb side, and it's probably a lost round instantly. Cadian back here, just taking some random shots to the smoke. They have some HEs on the T side, and not much else.
And not much else. Nade stack behind the sandbags. Nobody's home. Full push behind it. Spam down by Stown. And Tesses has spotted the bomb as well, so they know what the game plan is. They know what's coming, and they've got a man advantage.
No peek behind it. Could have been dangerous, maybe. They have such a strong setup at the A bomb side at the moment that I'm not sure what Spirit could do to break this one through. They have 1 single flash left on top, Chopper, but at this point it would have to flash, 3 or 4 people in the bomb side. And pushing forward, Tesses interrupting the setup. It's a great triple spray down. And Wonderful is left on his own once again. Heroic, not just winning these rounds, but if they come out of this one with 4 people alive, and they will, that is such a great economy that they're building. 7-3.
7-3, and it could be worse when you consider Team Spirit won the pistol round, but it was a 2 versus 5 recovery. If that pistol round goes the way of Heroic, this game is a wash. It is dominance, and 3 timeouts have already been spent from Spirit. It's going to take something monumental to force them to use that 4th one, I think, but they need to find the solution. They need to find the answers right now. This Heroic defense is looking scary. It's looking strong.
Back trying to put some work into the A-ramp. That grenade. One of them looked like it was very, very sketchy. Cadian realizing that's risky with half a gap in that smoke. You don't really want to be running around on the other side. And Patsy, he's back looking for the entry. He's done it before, and he's almost in time to catch Cadian. But actually, Cadian comes back. I can't believe it. He's still sticking around. This is so risky. He's got his back turned to Patsy. He can't get the flicking.
Oh my!
I don't know why he's still alive.
That's the second time we've seen a massively risky play from Cadian, and again, he's going to get away with it. I am shocked to see Patsy play that so passively.
He had 1 foot all the way in the grave there. He was almost certainly going to die. Well, they have ramp control Spirit, and they haven't lost anyone yet, so that's actually a pretty nice way to set up the round. And with Tessus already low, let's see how this plays out.
Yeah, but this is a problem. I mean, I don't want to say it's a problem, but this is Spirit. They haven't really tested middle a whole lot. They haven't really tested towards the B-bomb site a whole lot, just late in the round. All the early goings have been at A ramp, so Heroic is going to be comfortable. Again, right around this 30-second mark is when they're starting to move into position for their final play. And Patsy is seeing absolutely nothing.
That is a suspicious smoke, but Patsy's attention drawn elsewhere. He's going to be taken down Stown to begin with. Look at the clock, though. Only 20 seconds. Still hiding inside. Oh, they check it. Magic's with an absolutely critical, just 1 bullet going through, catches Tessus, and that cements the round. If they leave one person, well, there's only 10 seconds on the clock. Even one player in the bomb site could wreck your whole round.
This time, Heroic gave him all the fights they wanted. Siren can take the guns away, though. No trigger discipline. He's happy with the first. Shush with low HP. Nice shot from him, and can he escape? No one's challenging the choke point. Spirit's going to be content with their 4th round of the half as they're going to back away from the bomb explosion. Well done from Spirit, but those are all really rough fights for Heroic to take. Trying to jump up on boxes over the smoke. Spirit's got perfect vision, not playing for the retake. They get punished each and every time.
Yeah, and a good lesson and a good reminder of what actually does happen when Spirit can take the A-ramp without too many casualties, right? They have a great plan to follow it up, and they're super comfortable once they're there. But so many rounds, it's been Heroic winning that fight, and you could just tell that's hard for the T side to recover from.
Yeah, this is too easy for Patsy and Magix. That fight taking place at both of them, and yeah, he just says, okay, I'm going to check the smoke. Let's find out what's going on. Timeout taken. This one is from Heroic. They're first.
Yeah, if you're Tessus inside of that, you've been waiting for such a long time and it's not been checked, and you feel like, all right, surely this is working. So a little bit gutting for him, I'm sure.
He needed his teammates to be alive. I think that play with that low HP is never going to work if his teammates aren't surviving. But again, it's kind of a testament to the CIS teams feeling so comfortable with the clock winding down, still being silent, still taking their time and being patient.
Money is drying up on the Heroic side finally.
Yeah, Spirit have had them in this position previously, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. They weren't able to actually break the economy. This would be a perfect time forward, despite some of the struggles in the opening stages of this half.
Patsy with the early nade, and then Wonderful looking over the smoke. There's a Molotov behind that as well, just a lot of interference, but it doesn't feel like you see anyone on the other side. Pretty much focusing on this right now. They try that triple stack again. And at least Stown was in the area, but not that much damage. MP9, and let's just see. One good flash around the corner, or maybe a double flash in. This could be a pretty good crunch coming in from the Heroic side. You could see Stound's waiting for it. There's the first contact. He almost swings behind it. Coming in maybe a little bit late is Yabi, but they're still going to get a 2-for-1 trade. Siren had such an important refrag to take down Tessus. Otherwise, they would have been in trouble.
A new look at the defense as well. This time, Heroic is setting up a trap. They're showing a little bit more passive. They're not challenging down the ramp until they sense presence close up, about halfway up, and then a multiple players peek from different positions with utility. 2-for-2 trade. Katie and the lone player here, still with the AWP in hand.
Absolutely no late nades left on Heroic. Wow, another triple nade. That's interesting. Different position than the previous round. 35 seconds. Ooh, underhand Molotov goes around. It kind of locks Cadian in, so he has no way to escape right now. 28 seconds, and they're still so comfortable. So is Cadian taking down Siren. He can't get that flick off, and now the bomb being planted. What a save from Wonderful! Otherwise, his teammate would have been run over with that MP9. Shush coming in. He gets the kill, and all the pressure now is on the young superstar from Team Spirit. He's got 10 seconds to either plant the bomb or find Shush. So he's going to go for the bomb plant. And Shush is all the way in the corner, and a straight headshot to bring him down. Heroic, they barely get away with that round. What
a risk from Wonderful to plant the bomb in that position, but he had to guess somehow. He had to guess one position or the other. He guesses correctly, but a wonderful reposition from Shush. Now that round could have been a lot easier from Heroic. Cadian might have overpeaked after the follow-up kill. This one right here might not have been necessary until here's the bomb starting to get planted, but Shush is there to save the day. Perfect shot under Wonderful, and Heroic is up to 8, and once again, Team Spirit missed the opportunity to break Heroic's economy.
Yeah, that part of the story, that's really going to be making a huge difference when we go back and look at this opening half.
It's so close, though. Again, I mean, there's still that chance. They haven't gotten away with it. Heroic only survived with one player. It's just the impact of actually resetting their economy is going to dwindle the longer this goes on. There's only 3 rounds to play in this second half.
Look at the change to the setup from Heroic. They've been really far back on the ramp. This time they actually go a little bit forward, and I can't believe it's down. He doesn't have, I mean, almost goes down in the first volley from that AK-47, but somehow he's able to return back up on him, and Chopper is out of the round.
We still have only seen one round where Team Spirit has actually challenged B stairs with guns.
Yeah, good point.
There's only been one. Everything has been starting at this A ramp and usually finishing here as well. Whoa. Nice win from Tessus with the MP9. Gonna back off slowly. Stound is given the AWP with low health, and it's a 5-on-3.
I'm sure if they would have had more success earlier on this A ramp for Spirit, they probably have more plays towards B and middle that are just a lot easier to do if you make Heroic really paranoid about losing ramp.
That's what this half does feel like, is like Spirit's just like, we have to be able to have success here to kind of open up the playbook and really throw some other looks at them, but they've never been able to do it with any kind of consistency. They won round 1 and round 2. Those are the only rounds they've won consecutively. They haven't been able to figure out a winning game plan on a round-to-round basis, and oh my lord, Tess is out-dueling the AK. He's got 17 kills before being shut down here by Wonderful.
And this round is over. Oh, well, it might not be, but they're certainly going to be calling the save if they. I don't know if they're going to be allowed to, though. Heroic, they pretty much have them boxed in right now. Siren and Wonderful.
The question is, with these positions, do you want to come in after the bomb timer?
Yeah, I mean, you might almost want to die right now, but even that's been taken away. 2 seconds left in the round here. Wonderful. He gets one more. He's going to keep picking it up. Oh, they do so much damage, and a no-scope at the end to take down Cadian. That's expensive for Heroic.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to say, I don't know if that's worth it. That's a lot of money that's chewed up, although, again, with only 2 rounds remaining, might not be the worst thing in the world. Still, again, though, Wonderful's able to survive with the AWP.
Is this the round where you finally say, let's forget about that A ramp? You can do some really aggressive pushes in middle on this side of on the side of the map.
Yeah. Well, this is the consequence. Still money low for Heroic. If Spirit can win this, they've got one more chance of breaking this economy, and then you kind of have a freebie for the final round. There's some aggression towards B. Shush is feeling a little bit bored, and he's going to get even more aggressive. Siren with a P250 misses the initial salvo, and Shush wisely backs off.
Listen, that's a good read from Siren that he's able to see that coming, but hard to deal with that kind of aggression from Heroic, especially because you're trying to solve a different problem on the other side of the map.
And it's introducing chaos into the youngest team at the major. I'm not going to say the most inexperienced. They played on a semifinal stage in Antwerp against the best team in the world, FaZe, that went on to win the event, but a young team. And that's going to cause a lot of pressure when you're still trying to figure out how to win rounds.
Oh, no doubt about it. 3 versus 4 in this one. And Spirit in a very tight position. I was not expecting this. Throughout the tournament so far, their T sides have looked deadly. But they've run into a little bit of a brick wall here in Heroic. And that's a tough way to get started. They did pick the map as well. Flash around. Oh, no, there's going to be a smoke. I thought maybe they were going to go behind it. It's going to be a 3-on-4 still with about 35 seconds. And again, setting up here. They are a little bit worried. Is there going to be anything to set this up? They still have Siren much, much further back.
I don't think there's anything to do. Flashbang's on Wonderful. You got nothing to set any of your players up. Chopper's just got to win the heads-up duel, and he does that against Tess, at least initially. But you need more. 10 seconds on the clock, and the bomb is still very far away. There's no mistakes left.
Yeah, really not. Oh, Chopper pushing.
No way.
Oh, I can't believe it. How did he get the double? Strush and Cadian going down, and they're going to get the bomb plant.
That's a god-tier flashbang from Wonderful.
That should have never happened. Yabi's now confused, I'm sure. 1 versus 2. Chopper's waiting for him on the other side. He's already got the triple. He just needs one more headshot to bring this one home. This would be a miracle for Spirit if they could actually do it. And Yabi has to commit so hard to this. He has to swing wide to try and get anything done. And Wonderful will get the instant refrag. A 5th round for Spirit and a miraculous round.
That's a disgusting round from Chopper and Wonderful. One single flashbang to activate Chopper through the smoke. Heroic never saw it coming. Maybe it was the time on the clock. Maybe they were just snoozing because it was so late in the round. But this is disgusting. Blind. Blind as hell. Even more blind. They have no clue what's going on. And this is the disaster of the previous round, chasing down those 2 weapons. Heroic have nothing to battle with. Upgraded pistols and an SMG. Light on utility, but for how good this defense in this half has been, for Team Spirit to get to 6 is incredible. And Wonderful definitely saw that. Definitely saw it.
That could easily be a flashbang that changes history, because this is the difference between 4 and 6 rounds, and that could be enough for Spirit. They could be right back in this game. And
now we go back to the B bomb site. Second time we've seen this kind of a challenge with this many bodies, with this much weaponry at the B stairs initially. And remember, they've gone A pretty much every single round. At least 13 rounds have been decided openingly, or in the openings at the A ramp. You have Shush. Look how passively he's playing it on your mini-map. He's just now shifting to Gen. Stout and Yabi clear out mid. They're going to get here in time. And especially with no presence at A ramp, Heroic saying something's up.
Yeah, good rotation, at least on the CT side. Let's see how much Spirit commit to. They still have plenty of time on the clock, but they're going to be fighting right away. Cadian with a good return, at least. Chopper now realizing there are a lot of people in this bomb site, but he doesn't really want to call his troops back. He's still just fighting, believing in the superior weaponry. Oh, they've stolen the AWP headshot from the Deagle in the round. It's Heroics, 10-5. That is a steal once again. Heroic with a great lead going into the second half. We'll see if they can finish this out. It's coming right up.
10-5 lead for Heroic. Out of the halftime break, they're going to switch over to the offensive side. They're taking on Spirit, and in the first half, Heroic had all the answers. But now it's Cadian's turn to lead his team into the meat grinder and see what he can do on the offensive side of Vertigo, a map that Spirit have not lost in 2 months.
Yeah, they're in a very, very dangerous position going into the second half. There's no doubt. I was a little bit surprised that they couldn't find more openings on that T side, but they managed to steal a couple of rounds. And 5, it could be enough.
It very well could be. I mean, they barely had any kind of. They used so many timeouts in the first half and could never find a real winning recipe. Even the last round has got to feel so painful where you finally break that economy. It took 3 tries having Heroic at the breaking point. You finally do it, and you still can't win the advantage you gain after the fact.
Yeah, and the fact that you're right, that economy multiple times, even at the end when they did break it, it still wasn't enough. That's going to be a huge topic. They probably had 3 or 4 chances overall to actually come up with a huge first half, but it just didn't work out.
And I mean, one of the big questions coming into this game was, I mean, obviously the young age of Team Spirit, but wonderful on the big stage. The newest addition who wasn't in that semifinal game back in Antwerp. How is he going to perform? Was he going to be able to live up to the excitement and the hype around him? 17 kills, 8 deaths in the first half. Wonderful, was excellent. But it was miraculous rounds for Spirit that got him on the board. It was a 2v5 in the pistol. It was Chopper coming through a smoke in a desperate situation to find a double kill. They really didn't have any clean solution. So the fact they even scraped 5 is actually kind of miraculous in and of itself. Pistol round in the second half, live.
Patsy keeping in his eyes locked on that A ramp. Needs to get a count on how many people are down there. Not going to be easy either. 2 HEs, 2 smokes, and a Molotov on the Heroic side. So they can go for some nade trickery themselves.
And actually the defense is shifting to a point that's going to allow them to execute on this. Wonderful and Patsy have gone very passive right out of the gate. So as soon as Heroic work up the courage to start moving up the ramp, as long as they're silent, they have plenty of space to set up all the utilities, set up the smoke wall, drop the Molotov behind the site and get a safe plant and play the 5-on-5 post-plant situation.
Yeah, this looks like Spirit might have watched a lot of demos and have some sort of a read on Heroic that they might like to go B in the pistol rounds, but so far, not really happening. Oh, that's interesting. Couple of decoys in the corner. That's really fun. No one back there to react to it. Yeah, shots coming through. Oh my God! He ran into that shot! That's very unreasonable. Cadian out of the round already. Didn't even see what hit him at all.
Oh, I
go straight for the bomb plant.
I love the nade though. Wonderful's down to 5, Patsy down to 40. At least some return damage. This is still going to be tough, even with an advantage for Team Spirit.
No more nades on the Heroic side, but let's see. Couple of flashes to set it up. Smoke behind. It actually goes a little bit far for the bomb. I don't know, that could be a problem. Means no one can defuse inside of the smoke. Shush can't see a thing. They run them right down. Tessus is out of it. Yabi's next. But no one's seen Shush. All right. They're finally going to find him. And now it's just down back here. They're already on that defuse. He's out of bullets and out of time as well. And they're going to stab him to win the pistol.
Yeah, nicely done from Spirit. That's clean and clinical the whole way through. Obviously, you can see Patsy there on the screen laughing. Gets a gift through the smoke on the entrance. Katie never knew what would hit him. Yeah, see you later. Now the nades do wonderful damage. You can see the plan that Heroic had on the T-Pistol might have actually worked at the end of the day, but a well-executed retake. Flashbang to gain some space coming through the smokes. And Team Spirit shut it down. Both pistols now in the favor of Team Spirit.
Yeah, it was very nicely done. The flashbangs to come through the smoke on that defuse attempt, also obviously godlike. I think there was 3 people that were all flashed basically on the Heroic side. P250 is in play in this round, so you still have to be a little bit careful, but they all have head armor, so at least they're going to be maybe a little bit safe. Megis was too close, unfortunately. That's a problem. Going to be probably a quick bomb plant coming through here on the Heroic side. They're already getting away with a lot, and they even stole the FAMAS on Stown.
They also didn't buy armor. This is just pistols that are picked up from Heroic, and they're going to get a huge benefit. They were looking for a 3rd round buy. And that was way too easy on the entrance against rifles. First player goes down without a fight. Second player misses the entire magazine of spray.
They have one smoke and a kit on Wonderful, so that had better be used very well. But the problem is this FAMAS is actually a huge tool to be shooting through the smoke, although they're not really in position. Oh, no. This is going to be a straight defuse. Great retake coming through on the Spirit side. Man, that's a nice recovery. That's one of those rounds that they might lose the map on.
Yeah, they get away with one there to a certain degree. And obviously, turning the corner, you see the FAMAS boosted up, and you're loving it. You're more than happy to deal with that. You know where two players are. You know a second player has to be providing him that angle. 3-round lead, but with 2 plants, obviously, I mean, they were going to buy in the 3rd round regardless. The second plant just gives them some extra things to play with and some extra money moving forward. Heroic's not in a bad position whatsoever. AK-47s across the board against M4s on the other side. Good trade. Good opening provided by Yabi, and we're in a 4-on-4.
I would love to see that from his point of view. He looked like he was looking the wrong way and just instantly snapped on the Siren and take him down. That's a pretty good recovery. Well, you're right, 4-on-4. Patsy's waiting. Tessus is on the other side and somehow dodging every single... All right, just at the end, but he was dancing around that M4. Okay, that is dangerous if your Magic's on the other side. He could have gone down.
Force out a smoke, though. Force out some defensive utility.
And you know what? Even in the early stages, at least a different look for Heroic, kind of pushing both the ramp and over at the B-bomb side at once.
Yeah, and I think that's what's actually prompting him to come back to this B-bomb site. Magic's using that smoke in defense. They're saying we're not going to have to really use or deal with the smoke at the top of the stairs whatsoever. Yeah. Magic's has picked up one more. Been tossed over by a teammate. All 4 players for Heroic are still here.
Yeah, but look at Spirit. They have such a good read. They brought 3 people in right off the bat, so...
Patsy's jiggling on the other side of the map down A. He knows there's nobody home.
Yeah, this is a great read right now for the CTs. They should be able to win this round. They have everything in position for it. Heroic should never be able to break through this. Magic's on the kill, taking down Stown. Good return from Tessus. He's been a force in this game so far. And it's back into a 2-on-2. That's already too much. I can't believe Heroic even get onto the bomb side at all. Chopper out here on the edge of the building, and Shush is pushed up. He's going to get the headshot onto Patsy. They actually push him. They didn't even worry about the bomb plot. And they know Cadian's on the other side. Can he get this one? He can. Swings into it. 1 kill in the round, but he'll win it for Heroic.
Ignoring the objective, ignoring the bomb plant, taking the fights and pushing forward. That's well struck from Heroic. You got to give some credit as well over to Shush. He makes an assertive play. He actually gains a lot of ground. It doesn't come to fruition until a little bit later after a teammate's already fallen, but that completely wrecked the defense. They did not understand the timing of when Shush was going to make contact because he slid all the way down to quad before they knew where he was located. Now a 4-round lead for Heroic. Their first round on the T side of the second half.
You almost wonder if for a minute there they were thinking, where's the bomb plant on the CT side? Why are they not planting?
I think that's kind of the brilliance of the play from Cadian in the 1v1 is Chopper's thinking, okay, there's 11 seconds of the clock. He's probably walking back. I can start shifting over. I can make my way to Jen in the next couple seconds. And Cadian just wrecks him. Completely catches him off guard. 5-on-4 for Heroic.
Yeah, early kill on Magic's as well is going to be a nice beginning to this one for Heroic. Patsy though, 5-7 getting a little bit of a save. Wonderful couldn't continue the fight, and Shush is back with a double. Siren and Chopper. We've had some miraculous rounds already, but this would have to be another one with the Deagles. They need it right here.
Yeah, they've usually begun with a flashbang of some sort, which is not available. Molotov even misses its mark. There goes Shush, 4th kill in the round. He could go for the ace if he wants it.
Sure, that will get the team fired up. Chopper's still lingering around here, but his position's already been revealed, and now it's just about trying to do as much damage as possible. Maybe steal an AK if you're going to be feeling really good about it. There's one. He's still pushing for it. I don't really know why. Yeah, all right. Decided it's not worth it. That AK definitely is more value right now for Spirit.
Yeah, especially considering the economic situation. Spirit still need to build up some banks, still need to get something settled beneath them in terms of their money if they want to continue this comeback, continue to fight. 12-7, 5-round lead.
Some big steps being taken right now by Heroic. They're 4 rounds away from winning on Vertigo. And because of the money, like you said, the economy on the CT side, it dictates so much about what you're going to be able to do. I still want to see Wonderful with that AWP on the CT side. That surely is going to be a tool that could lock down the ramp or middle.
Yeah, I mean, it better. The first round he has it. I mean, Heroic already has enough of a lead where this is starting to get really dangerous and really sketchy for Team Spirit. That AWP is going to have impact right out of the gate. And I don't even think they're going to have it in the next round.
Oh, that's really painful. Chopper, though, that one AK-47. And it as he's walked all the way up here, silently. Another grenade in sight. They're just...
Yeah, now Wonderful is playing it passively, but obviously...
Back up a couple of players, but ultimately Heroic will survive with 4 people alive. And they're playing a solid game right here. Tess is on 21 kills. And you're right, no AWP allowed to be picked up either for Spirit. That's a really rough time.
Yeah, they didn't have the losing bonus for it. They didn't have enough money built up for it. So Team Spirit got to be feeling the pressure now. Heroic's just 3 rounds away from taking map 1 in this quarterfinal series.
That is a 3-man push on the CT side down these stairs. Now, obviously, if Heroic would have committed to a fast play here, they would have been knocked out immediately. So it's kind of a cool idea. And because Heroic isn't doing anything else on the rest of the map, they get away with it.
I don't think Team Spirit enjoyed the previous gun round where Heroic is basically just having a freebie challenge at the stairs whenever they wanted it. They challenged at A ramp, they challenged at the stairs, taking the headshot angle, taking the boost, and they really did not enjoy the fact that the defense was being pressured so much on that side of the map. Very calm openings from Heroic, though, when they know they're going up against guns. They haven't really shown presence at A ramp yet. They obviously haven't shown presence at B. They challenged in middle early, but they didn't commit to anything. And Spirit, with this money situation not being clean, not being great in their favor, running out of nades as well, which Heroic perhaps is the idea behind this slow play.
1 smoke left on Magix at the moment. That's about it. That's a very nice setup to try and look under. Huge one-way. Difficult if you're coming through on the T side.
35 seconds left, though, and Heroic haven't even taken a step on the ramp. They haven't even taken a step towards the stairs. They don't have a whole lot of time. Like, this is, if they run into too many challenges, too many obstacles, they could be in trouble.
Well, we're about to find out. They are running it very close, 22 seconds. Hats is walking forward. The timing is amazing, but the spray, not so much. And he gets traded by Yabi right away. 15 seconds on the clock, and they're actually running it back. Shush is opening this up. They found a way to get through. Yabi on another kill. They still think this is an A attack. They have no idea. Oh, he might be a little bit late. He's just down to the last possible second. It's Heroic to get the bomb plant. I can't believe they threaded that needle.
That's a little CIS medicine being thrown in the face of Spirit. What a call from Cadian. What a round from Heroic. They just completely outplayed Spirit.
If anything goes wrong in that round, you lose to time alone. Stumble on a Lego along the way, and it's done.
And they get all the kills necessary to sell it. They get a couple of kills to get Patsy right in the initial engagement, the 1-for-1 trade. They get the follow-up player out towards scaffolding. Like that, everything went perfect for Heroic. And it was still down to the wire. That's what Spirit's feeling like in this round.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
That one right there from Yabi really sold it. Shush was able to push all the way to CT spawn to find Magix. Holy hell. Heroic has come in playing a great game in these quarterfinals.
And for a CIS team, a region that invented this style, that's got to feel even worse. 14-7.
Final timeout taken from Spirit. You have to invest a little bit here. You have to get pistols and armor. You can't bank everything on an 8-round comeback at 7-15, so you have to fight for this one. And you have to do it in a way that allows Wonderful to pick up the AWP in the next round. So he's got an AK-47. He's picked up a kit just in case. He ended the first half with 19 kills. He's got 21 now. This is dominance from Heroic on a map in which Spirit won both pistol rounds.
Yeah, and a map they normally are very, very dominant on. But Heroic have shown up today with a great game plan. 22nd round, and as you pointed out, you have to just invest into this one. They got the armor, they got the upgraded pistols, and that one AK-47 under Wonderful. I don't even know how you do this. Heroic taking ramp once again. All of the usual nades that we're used to seeing. Molotov in the corner, just to make sure that nobody is there. But they're not really in a hurry here. They're not worried about any kind of, you know, sick execute coming in from the Spirit side. They just know they're not going to have the weapons to do it with. Patsy up close, 5-7. It is dangerous at this range. He commits to it, and eventually it's too much. Yabby there to save his teammate. Stown almost going down now. Nade around the corner. Yabby's going to continue the fight. He's had some great rounds back-to-back here. 5-on-3 as the AK is lost on the CT side. It's just Siren and Magic's left, and I don't see any way out of this one. Heroic looking at that 15th round.
Heroic's just playing too damn good right now for Spirit to handle it. This has been a beautiful game to watch for Heroic. Bomb going to be planted. 15th round for Heroic. They'll have 8 opportunities to close this round out. 8 opportunities to take away and steal Team Spirit's map pick.
They have in the past been one of these teams, Heroic, that have been a little bit slow to start in some of these important games, and then they have to claw their way back, and sometimes they just don't actually do it. So
yeah, not this time.
Yeah, seeing them on this kind of start obviously is a nice change of pace. I'm sure it is for Heroic as well.
I think it's a combination. I think Heroic is playing obviously in an excellent game. I think Team Spirit might be the ones who came into this a little bit flat. Obviously the first half left a lot to be desired, but I mean just overall, Spirit's only won 3 rounds since the guns came out, since the guns came on board. Outside of the 4 rounds they've gotten the pistols in the ensuing second rounds, it's been all Heroic.
Well, and yeah, that game is coming up as the 4th quarterfinal. Furia and Na'Vi later tonight. Crowd is ready, but I'm sure that there's a huge amount of support for Heroic here in Rio as well.
We heard rumors of it when we got here, that Heroic was going to have a big Brazilian fan base, big Brazilian support due to Cadian and all the excitement and energy he shows in the games.
Yeah, something they could relate to. I can't really blame them.
I think he got perhaps the biggest cheer when all their names were announced and faces came up on the Jumbotron. I think Cadian was the one, the crowd went wild for it. A lot of love.
Well, you said you don't really want to try and climb back into a game like this, trying to win 8 rounds in a row, but that is in fact the position that Spirit are in right now. It's been done before, but man, it has to be a change of mentality and pace for Spirit. Wonderful's done everything he can. It's not going to be up to him. It has to be somebody else that steps it up.
And this is the first round he's got the AWP in hand, and at the moment, at least their initial move from Heroic is going to be away from the AWP. It's Tessa's looking for a push at the base of A ramp. And 4 members of Heroic to challenge B. Setting up Molotovs, clearing out positions.
Oh, this is dangerous. Magic's, he's got to be really careful he doesn't get peeked from underneath that grating. He's back into this position that was just Molotov, so they might not expect it. 45 seconds, he tries to get that swing, but instead it's down to take him down. And we're at 40 seconds, and slowly Tessus is making a run for it here. He realizes nobody's at the bomb side. Wonderful is, though, and a good adjustment. If he doesn't get that kill, if he goes down, the round is over.
And they're all coming anyways, and they've got to run. So Wonderful's calling this out. Patsy's calling this out. Siren is on his hustle on the way over. Not a lot of utility for the Spirit defense. Same for the offense of Heroic, though.
They know what's coming. Nice shot. Cadian gets blown up. There's the headshot from Wonderful. That's what they need. That's the firepower that he brings. And finally around here for Spirit, they pick it up. They only have 2 casualties. And that is the first step in the right direction.
Oddly enough, that's a round, it might not look like it because he wasn't part of the initial action, but that's a round it feels called for Tess's, saying we're going to get a kill here. We're going to find a way to get a frag here at the B bomb site, and then we want you to be activated. If he gets that kill on the Wonderful, he was close to having a deeper angle, a more difficult angle for Wonderful to deal with. All of a sudden, the round is blown wide open, and Heroic have access to the A bomb site. 7-round lead.
4 MAC-10s.
When they have plenty of money otherwise.
Very curious about this. With enough speed behind it, you can catch a couple of CTs off guard.
I mean, this is cool. Heroic's throwing a little bit of cheese into the mix. They've got a huge lead.
Oh. Yeah, Trobbers can be careful. He doesn't have any head armor, and neither does a Siren. They have to jump around. Trobber gets blown up. No armor on his head, and he's going to be going down. Cadian with the opening. Magic's out of the round. And now a quick, swift bomb plant coming through. Spirit against 4 MAC-10s. Do you think Chopper finds this ironic? Do you think he appreciates the jumping MAC-10 that he brought into the meta himself?
Yeah, not yet, but maybe later. I love, there's so much money on Heroic, and they drop down with the weapons to go for an aggressive tactic, to jump and cause confusion.
And there's a flank coming in as well, Spirit. They're focused on that defuse. They want to retake the bomb site, but Cadian is there to stab them in the back. Wonderful. No chance. Tassus with the final kill. 16-8. Heroic. They steal Spirit's map pick away with an absolutely out-of-this-world performance.
That's incredible. Start to finish from Heroic. It's absolutely beautiful. Tactically applying so much pressure in the first half. Spirit had to burn timeouts, and Cadian's got the environment he wanted. He's got us all riled up. That's the first map for Heroic. We're going to be back to conclude the quarterfinals.
My job really doesn't get much better than this. I get to lounge around, watch some Counter-Strike, and enjoy the fan fest like everyone's doing. The sun, well, it's gone down a little bit, but it's still nice and warm. I'm still feeling it in this